Okay, by the way, on that last video, there's a little confusion on the bagging. The reason that the bagging didn't go away is because it has to be reconciled on the salesman's ledger for bagging time. So until bookkeeping does that, it stays on the board. So that's why it'll stay there until the ledger's updated. But in any case, I want to do a pre-order artwork. I don't know about you guys, but I seem to always have a job that is pre-order artwork. So in that case, what I'd do is I'd go start work order. I would date it for today because that's what I'm requesting pre-order artwork. But when I actually get the order, I'm going to change that date. Now, for work order, you don't have a work order because you don't have an order yet. You put in pre-order art. So if you forget that, just roll over this question mark. It says if pre-order art or pre-order scheduling or quote, enter that here. So in this case, I want to do pre-order art. And that's important to get that right because it's filtered by that. So I go pre-order art. You could even do pre-order artwork. It still would work. But it's got to say at least pre-order art. And then select the customer. Let's say it's Gamblers Baseball. I'm not submitting an order. I'm not doing a quote request. I'm not pre-scheduling anything. I need artwork done. So in that case, I select what kind of artwork I'm looking for. Let's say, just for the sake of this discussion, we are looking for, let's say we're looking for new artwork request for embroidery. So now I'm going to hit submit new artwork request. Now, if I had a reorder that, let's say everything's a reorder, I don't need new screens or new artwork or anything, but the customer wants to see their print instead of white on red, now they want white on orange. You would just click this. It'd be a reorder, but you would click a quick request for just to have them mock it up on a different color. So that's what that is, and that should be a drops down for a quick edit. In this case, I'm doing new artwork. I want to put it on a rush. See this drop down, how I got rid of this drop down, the product numbers, what I'll do on the add-on thing too. It's a lot easier to just do this here. So let's say I'm doing the Gildan Hilden. You can Gildan Hooded. You see how it populates. You want to make sure that it populates with the correct one. However, let's say I want it on black. I'm going to do embroidery. Whoops, no, I don't have any other garments. I have embroidery, and I want it to be white and red. I always do that. I feel like I should move this in a different order. Left crest, white and red. I wanted to be creative. Embroidery design for baseball. Use their mascot, which is an ace of hearts. Text, Gamblers Baseball. Okay, so he does that. If I want to attach some files, of course, you know to do that. If there's more than two, hit email. But that's all I need right now. Okay, I got no order. I just got artwork. So now it still populates on a rep waiting for artwork request because you're waiting for artwork. But you can see the work order says pre-order artwork. Under here, because you'll get to the point where this is done, but you still want to be reminded that you have this order pending for pre-order artwork. So that'll be there. And you can see it still ends up on the open orders as well. So there's a few different spots that'll end up because it'll drop off various ones as you go along. But you want to have easy access to it. And you can see here that add-on open orders is there from Sojourners from before. Okay, so In any case, so now the artist would get it and show up in a rush now because I requested a rush. He would read it and see what's going on. He would do the job. He'd figure it out, do the artwork for you. He would attach some artwork. Let's just say it's this. And he would say who he is and how long it took him, and he would click customer review, update, and then it shows up over here, and it's ready for review. Let's say you show the customer and you say, yep, that's exactly what we want. You would now, you either go right from here and make a digitizing request and email it to the digitizer, or you would request vector art to do your digitizing. So let's say you want the vector art to send to the digitizer. So now, again, you're waiting, but you see that you're waiting for vector. For the artist, he goes back over here and sees that it's approved art, and they need the vector. So he would go here, he would attach the vector art that's needed, and he would update to vector request attached, and he would update. So now if I go back to my dashboard, you'll see that the status populates to vector request attached. So now I know I got the vector art. I can go to it, I can save it, I can send it to the digitizer. So in that case I would say digitizing request. Hit update. So now I know that I'm waiting for digitizing. So let's say I get the digitizing back. I take a look at it, everything looks good, and now I'm changing the status to SOA request. So now I want to get a SOA done, and as you can see that that request is changed to SOA request, but I'm still waiting for something. Now let's say I got the SOA back, everything looks good. I click SOA approved. I click that, and that is off my artboard because I'm done with it. But it's still sitting here because I'm waiting for the job. So now let's say the guy calls in or emails me and he's got the order. Now I write up my order, and now I change the work order number from pre-order artwork to whatever my order is. I change my terms to whatever the terms are. Okay, I put a due date in. It's a new order. It's let's say it's going to be a ship UPS. The gross sale we'll say is $420. The cost of it is $200. The lettering PR, as you can see, I got the lettering PR changed there, but not on the original order form, but I'll get that fixed. So let's say the lettering PR is $150. There's no personalizations. I say 0. My commission percentage is 20%. I do it in decimal. Purchasing is required. I'm getting some hoodies from S&S, and I'm getting some other ones from Badger, and I'm getting some other ones from Holloway. Oops, Holloway. It's going to be embroidery. I don't need anything done here. There's no bagging or anything. There's no personalizations. If there was, I'd attach my personalizations file there. You see, it's more extensive here, but it's not really more extensive. You just see everything. Whereas on the original order form. It's just everything is collapsed until you need it. So right now you're just kind of scrolling through. You don't have any different shipping address. You don't have any samples to put with it. There's only one work order, so there's no multiple work orders. Here's where I'd attach my work orders. So again, I'll use that same Sojourners one for the sake of example. And I see my artwork status is right. It's SOLID approved. That hasn't changed. And what's going to happen in the new system is the person that does the SOLID is going to take a picture and attach a picture of the SOLID, and they're going to attach a color order. So the EMB file would already be sitting here. The color order PDF would already be sitting here. And now you're attaching the approved art, which could be the sew out or just a picture of it. In this case, you probably would put the sew out because that's what's approved. But whatever the case may be, you say, yep, okay, here's the approved art. If you wanted to know, there's all your artwork request information. Here's the files you would have sent to the artist. If it started out originally as a quote, that'd be there. Here's some files that you can use for your own personal use. If you have something you want to scan yourself and keep attached to the order, you could put that here. In any case, that's pretty much all you're filling out, though. I mean, there's not a ton to fill out, but the opportunity is there to change that if you wanted to. So then you hit update, and that trips everything into the system again. Since the artwork is done, nothing will show up over there, but since production is needed, it'll show up on embroidery waiting to be scheduled, which is right here, embroidery jobs to be scheduled. It won't show up on waiting for art approval because you did attach the artwork, so it won't show up there. So then once I want to show you one other thing real quick. Green Goblin's a big machine, Little Goblin's a single head, and then the sewing machine. Those are all under embroidery. I'll talk to you guys about the teamwork thing later. But let's say this is going on Green Goblin Flats. It's going to schedule for the 27th. It's going to take 2 hours. And get scheduled. Update. Now it's on the embroidery schedule for right here. Here's a nice thing if you just want to kind of scroll through and get a snapshot of what's going on. This is mainly inspired for Joan because she does so many different things, and it's kind of prioritizing the order and what Joan will do. So sew out request, we didn't go to this, but when you click sew out request, it would have populated here. Dye sub rate, job ready for test print, personalization, she mainly does that. Dye sub printing, cutting, heat pressing. So that's kind of, Joan kind of does all of this. So it's kind of for her to get a snapshot so she's not having to jump to all these different production schedules, or schedules there. But it's all the same thing. It's just the same exact thing. It's just all in one sheet or page. So you can find the heat press schedule, the embroidery schedule, the screen printing schedule, the bagging schedule. You can get everything on this snapshot. So that's all for now.